It's always going to mess up your hair.
My hair was looking kind of good.
It was looking good, but it looks even better with that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It looks way better with that. I say it does.
Hi, everybody.
God. Right?
Good morning.
She was easier to control last week.
I was. I
Much
have to admit,
easier.
I think I had too much Xanax in me or something.
Was that it?
Must have
That
been.
blank look on your face was...
I don't know. Maybe it's because you guys talked so much. I was so impressed.
Well, we had an actual interroom to talk. Of course, I did have to tell you to shut up a couple of
I
times.
thought she was going to knock me off the chair at one point. Really, I thought
It was touch and go because that head would have rolled.
It was.
That's funny. I was waiting for that at the end, and I was seriously. I was like, she's going to knock me off that chair. At the
Queen
end.
of Hearts, chop off your head.
With their heads, you know. So anyway, and my
Guess
sister,
whose birthday it's going to be?
I have one every year.
Coming up.
flat around the
39
table.
with experience.
39. Yeah, 39 with experience.
June 20th. Number 51.
51. She was gone for a week, guys, so
I'm
she's
Deb.
Sue.
Micah.
Birthday Micah. I gotta go get my book. Keep talking.
I'm going to say this at the beginning because I think it gets lost at the end. If you're new here, welcome. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notifications, all that jazz, and yada, yada, yada.
Yeah, you know all that.
You guys know all that. We just don't need to say that at the end.
And then, oh yeah.
Woo! Woo! See, these are supposed to be
they are supposed to be.
Oh,
No, they're not.
I
Okay,
was
now
told
we.
no confetti. Because the cleaning
Oh, yeah,
lady,
the cleaning lady
doesn't come tomorrow, so I still no confetti.
And I'll eat my confetti. I'll eat my confetti cup, or not cupcake. Donut.
Yes.
I don't have any notes
pretty.
for the 13th.
Well, you're going to have notes now.
Yes, for June 20. So how was everybody's week? I missed everybody.
Us?
No, them. I didn't miss you guys.
Well, that's why we were being quiet. We were letting them answer.
Yeah.
Because,
It was
I had a great week because I had a friend who surprised me at work with 50th birthday socks.
Oh!
Just a smidge late.
Oh yeah, check these out.
Check this out.
Look
This is
at
amazing, guys.
Look at these.
Yes, Colleen, they're amazing.
Oh, I can't. I had them on all day yesterday, just lounging about.
Those
I love
are
them.
fantastic.
They're fantastic.
Fantastic.
And I have to tell you, Colleen, I'm super proud of the fact that you are ad-libbing. I know this was not a pattern.
Did she really? That's amazing.
Yeah.
The
No.
insides of these look so good. Look at this.
She's ad-libbing, and she would not have done that a couple of years ago.
Look at this.
She
Look at how
she
good
wouldn't have
that
done that a
color
couple of years
work
ago.
is.
I know she wouldn't have.
Look
So,
at that.
Miss Engineer, I'm super proud of you for going without a
I
pattern.
love
Above and
it.
beyond.
You could wear it folded down and it'll be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
I told her she should not put shoes on over those socks.
No.
Because then people won't be able to see how pretty they are.
Well,
Either that or
I can
next
do
time-
that when I'm sitting up, but I'm not going to wear them around.
Maybe at 60, when she makes you a pair for 60, she can put the toe in and you can use them with flip-flops. Yeah.
Well, maybe my other sock knitter will do heelless, toeless socks.
Oh, that would be good, like a yoga sock. Yeah, and then you could wear it with your
Who's
flip-flops.
the other sock knitter? Deb?
She could be if she didn't have to do heels and toes.
Yeah, I would if I don't have to do heels and toes.
See?
It
No
should be
heel,
like
no
my
toe. We're
mitten.
good.
It'd
Right,
be like
it's
my
just your
mitten.
mitten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I started the other Star Wars mitten.
Except the thumb hole would have to be a little bit bigger for your whole
for
heel
the
to
for a
get the,
heel to go
Yeah.
through. Right. But I could do that. I hadn't thought about that. I'll have to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you, Colleen, again.
Those are so cool.
She like ran in and ran out of my work right away.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was
Colleen,
like,
my birthday's, it's my birthday. Of course, I don't wear socks, so don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
I was
Yeah.
going to say.
I was like, wait a minute, I've got new socks, and you just sort of look at me like, gee, thanks. You know?
What?
Because you don't do socks.
Because you don't do socks.
I don't do socks. I don't wear them either, so it kind of works out that way.
I'm sure she would take a sweater, Colleen.
Oh, yeah. I've even got some partway done that you could finish up.
Finish them up. A sleeve. Yeah.
A sleeve here, a sleeve
A sleeve
there.
here, a sleeve there.
But you've done better.
I've done better. I've got,
This is exciting. We're going to get to stuff before we even start talking about stuff.
Well, we're talking about stuff right away. What is up with us? We are off our kilter. Normally we go for like an hour before we even get into knitting.
Well,
I know, but we're into
the hell?
knitting because we had to get back together with all the fun stuff that's happened over the last couple of weeks. So you got to fill me in.
We do.
I saw that last week.
Working on, but there's
I've been
more.
working on a sweater.
You're on to sleeves. Are you on to sleeves?
No, but I'm in
But
the
you
body.
broke off the sleeves. You broke off the sleeves.
Yeah.
Look at
that.
Look at sleeves are.
Sleeves are pending.
You know, you could make that one
You
short
could make
sleeve.
it short sleeve. Well, you could.
You said
I
you
think
were
it would
looking
be
at short sleeve.
In tandem. We
I
said
know.
that in tandem.
I think it would be
Can
a
we
little
know?
heavy.
Do we know what
shut
our
up.
other
It would be a little
no.
heavy for a short sleeve sweater.
Yeah.
But you could make it a short sleeve and wear like a long sleeve shirt underneath it.
With a pink color or a blue
I could also
color.
stop right here and make it a
tank top?
a crop. But wouldn't that be attractive?
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah.
So-
Especially with your crown that you have on right now.
It matches.
It matches.
How did I know?
Oh, I don't know. But
I
anyway,
just knew.
it is coming along.
Nice break for the sleeves there. I like
Yeah.
that.
Yep. And I've got,
Good job.
I just have another probably 8 inches to go on the body, and then I can start the ribbing for the bottom.
Wonderful.
Wow.
So anyway, it is coming along. And it is,
And that one's to gauge.
sure.
So we don't have to aggressively block that one like
We'll
the
see.
orange one?
We'll see.
Okie dokie.
I think so.
She's sort of like me when it comes to a pattern. I go, oh, I'm supposed to be this size, so I'll buy this size. Did you like my new shirt?
I did. I noticed that you still got a little tie-dye in there.
Yeah. When you're buying extra large, you're limited at some places. Especially
I
the
know.
cheap places.
Yeah.
Yes,
Because I
know.
have a limited on the number. But I did buy another one. This one is so cool. I almost bought one for each of us. But since you guys got bad
We got
girls,
bad girls.
check this out.
Stop it. I love that.
That is great.
Oh.
Isn't that good?
Where did you get it at?
I don't know. It was some shop. I walked in, and then all of a sudden, all I saw at first was salty bitch because somebody had turned it upside down. So this is what I saw when I'm looking at it. I'm
You
going,
salty bitch.
and then I opened it up and I
Oh
went,
my,
oh my
God,
God.
I love that.
So I showed Mikey, and he's like, do they even use that logo anymore? And I
Yeah,
Oh,
they
sure.
do.
That's the first thing he goes for.
Yeah, they
is the
do,
look.
but I haven't used that salt in like 15
forever.
years.
I know. So
Oh, I
but
love
I
it.
thought the salty bitch would be good. Not a salty bitch. So
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
well, then when I showed him, he goes, are you going to get that? And I said, yeah. And he goes,
I would have said, bitch, please.
well, it really doesn't describe you very well. And I went, are you saying that I am a salty bitch? And he goes, no, I wasn't saying that at
No,
all.
no,
And
no,
I'm
no,
like,
no.
uh-huh. Here we are standing in line. There's like 6 people behind me, 2
I
people.
am gonna-
And every woman behind me was like turning to their husband like, yeah, I know what she's going for. You know, it's just the funniest thing.
Oh God, I love that shirt.
Isn't that sure? Well,
I don't like that. I don't like that salt,
But I like the shirt.
but I like this shirt.
Isn't that great?
It's
So-
a very recognizable.
I did
Yeah,
look
the
for-
logo's
I
recognizable.
did look for a fucker shirt, but nobody had one.
God damn.
Yeah, not even in the fish stores. I went,
Oh really?
and they thought I was at Disney because she said I was going to come back with Disney stories last week, and I said no. But you did say at one point I was in Tampa, Clearwater, not at Disney. And
I
then
said that?
yeah, and then
Yeah,
at the
and then
end,
we're like, but she'll still go to Disney. She's
But I
in
didn't.
Florida, for crying out loud.
I didn't. The car didn't go there, but I did bring you guys keychains. Here, Sue had a bit of a rough week a couple weeks ago, so when I saw this,
did.
I thought,
Reaches rat race.
so I got them out of the
Gosh,
rat
these are
race.
good.
Cute. Look, aren't they cute? I got them in Sarasota.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Is that why it says Sarasota, Florida on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I went to one art shop there, and we went to dinner at Fleming's. We met some friends. Mikey's ex-guy consultant that he worked with lives in Punta Gorda, and so we came up. And
So then Mikey could write it off.
I guess I didn't. I don't know.
No, he could.
I signed
he
the
could,
check.
Oh, but
So-
he could still work comp it
Yeah.
or work.
Well, every
work
day
related.
he did a scrum meeting. So
Oh
with
yeah,
his
sure,
people.
yeah.
But he didn't do any work. He just got on the meeting.
Well, tell them about your encounter at the yarn shop.
Hello, Madam PA. I was coming out of the yarn shop, and there was this group of women, I think, came out of the other door. I think they were in a meeting, or they were a whole group of women who were down there on a trip.
Mhm.
And when I got recognized.
Oh my gosh,
looking
she's
at me
famous.
like, I know you. I'm like, what do you mean you know me?
That's
she's
funny.
like,
I don't know
"We
you.
work Sundays. And she's like, and I said, oh, great, this is really good, And I'm like, then my next question was something like, do you like us? Meaning I thought, okay, am I going to get a tomato in the face because she didn't like
wow.
us? But anyway, so kudos to I never got her name, so hello to PA. She's
Yeah.
from Pennsylvania.
Awesome.
And the other ladies all sort of looked at me like, really? She's on TV? I wasn't dressed very appropriately or anything, so.
What do you mean you,
Well, like
as
you were
opposed to now?
dressed differently than you're dressed here?
Did
you have on like your scuba gear or something? Like, I've never seen you dressed differently.
I had a dress on
Oh my Lord.
because we were going to dinner.
Oh,
So
Well, that would be much more appropriate for TV.
yeah, probably. Like,
anyway. But yeah, I had a dress on, and I guess I just didn't look like I was supposed to because she just kept kind of looking at me anyway. So I didn't get recognized at the airport or anything, and nobody threw me in jail. Or
Well, that's
anything,
good.
So.
It's just as well.
Yeah, they did question my yarn going through. The one guy who kept looking in there, and I said, "What's giving you trouble?" And he sort of looked up at, he's at the scanner, and I said, "What's giving you trouble? The knitting needles or the skizzers?" And he goes, "Skizzers? Scissors." And he goes, "Well, no, there's these round things." And I said, "Oh, my stitch markers." And he goes, "Okay." So there came my bag. I mean, I was like, nothing like telling the guy what's in my bag, you know what I mean? So it was fun. So it was a good week. We had fun. Except the place we stayed was really nice in Indian Shores. We were one house away from the beach. We had some red tide, though. So it was,
yeah.
I'd
so-
walk out the
yeah,
door
but-
and it was the nose running and the coughing and the
Yeah.
stuff and the smell and things. And we had
Yeah.
the sand over there was like a silicone based. It's really soft and really tiny.
Yeah.
And so every time I walked outside, it was like, so one lady yells out, "Put a mask on if you're sick. I can throw up on you down there." Yeah. Mikey goes, "You didn't say that." And I said, "Did I?"
Was that my outside voice? I'm so sorry.
So it was funny. Yeah. Poor Mikey, he had to put up with me all week. So it was,
Oh, how is Mikey?
Yeah.
he's alive.
He's still alive.
Yeah, he did okay. Yeah, he actually went down to the beach more than I did.
But that was to get away from you.
He went down every night and it was like overcast and like almost rainy. He wanted to get a sunset picture every night.
Oh, sure.
He didn't get a lot of them.
For a sweetheart.
Yeah. But we did stop on Friday night.
Right.
We
Didn't
went.
even want to stop to hear that or acknowledge it or anything.
No.
We stopped and got a picture of the
She
bridge.
almost took a breath.
Yeah. There's this great bridge on the south side. Oh, that's his story. They have this really cool bridge on the south end of Tampa going to across the Tampa Bay.
Okay.
Huge, beautiful, new. It's $1.50 to go across one way, right? 99% of the toll roads in Florida are prepay. Or, you have to have your pass.
Yeah, the pass. Yeah.
Like 99% of them in Texas, where Mikey travels a lot too, you have to have the pass.
Right.
I didn't get the pass because I didn't think about it. And he asked me where we were staying when I picked up the car. And I said Indian Shores. And he goes, "Oh, yeah, you don't need the pass thing." So I didn't get it. So then we realized we have to go across this bridge on the way to Sarasota. So he gets on the phone, being proactive, and adds on the $100 charge for the thing to use the toll pass, the Sun Pass, every time we went across. We did a toll road. Not checking to see if you can pay at the bridge. The bridge is $1.50. Each time we went across the bridge, it cost us $12.50. And we drove there one day just to do it. Just to bring our car.
Why didn't you just pay the $1.50? I don't get
He
this.
never looked it up. He just assumed that it was automatic pay, like it is pretty much everywhere else in Florida.
Oh, so like,
He put the SunPass on. We
But it
paid
doesn't-
$100 so that we wouldn't have to pay the $1.50. We could go through the express lanes. However, it was
there was no
100
express lanes. 'Cause
And
they
no,
don't-
they were.
But
They
they
were.
didn't have the SunPass thing?
Yeah, they did. So it hit it for $1.50. So the first time we went through, it went from $100 to $98.50.
Yeah.
But I only used it 6 times.
Yeah.
And it would have been.
I'm lost.
Well, you divide 6 into 100.
It would have been like $10 to go across that bridge all the times instead of $100, because he turned the SunPass on, and they charged me like $14 a day for the SunPass. You couldn't buy just one day SunPass. They had to
So
put
it
it on the
doesn't
whole
work
rental.
like the Easy Pass where you put $100 on it, it's on there forever.
Right. It's on there forever. No. That's on there forever, like on your SunPass.
I don't have a SunPass.
Well,
I have
if
the
you
Easy
did,
Pass.
or an Easy Pass.
I'm sorry, guys. I am lost. I'm sure.
If I had had an Easy Pass or a SunPass, we would have put $20 on, put it in the window, and when we went through, it would have taken off $1.50. And then when I go down
Right.
again in September and I used it again, then it would have a balance, right?
But you just said that the SunPass doesn't work that way. You put it on and it's only good for a day.
It's on the rental car. They have the transponders on there, and they charge you $14.50 every day. Whether
On the
you
rental
use it
car.
for the SunPass, for your tolls, whether you use them or not. And you don't get that money back. I'll have to run the mail for
I don't understand it. So you got a rental car
right. And I then
and you have your own SunPass.
no, it's their SunPass. I
Okay,
didn't
still.
have it. It was their SunPass. And they charged me $14.50 every day for this SunPass, plus a service charge. Okay? So it ended up costing us $100 to use the SunPass. Meaning if I was like driving in Chicago.
Okay, so the rental car company charged you that, and Mikey paid $100 on a SunPass.
No, that was what. I'll explain it. She's off in the swings anyway. She doesn't travel as much as I do, so she doesn't.
But
get
she's
the
good with
public.
math.
She really is, and I'm not explaining it correctly. However,
Yeah, no, she's not. Like I
we
don't.
had a rental
I think
car.
fuck's
I
sake.
think I understand,
Right.
but it's because our brains work a little more
a
similarly.
little
Sue's.
off base,
I'm-
but anyway.
I'm
So anyway, it was like it instead of spending $3 to go across the toll bridge, it was ended up costing for $1.50 each way. It ended up costing me $12.50. And Mikey's response was,
But it would have cost you that anyway because the rental
said-
car company was charging you regardless.
Right, yeah,
Yeah.
right. No, we didn't add that on, but we added it on after the fact. If I had known that I could pay when I went across the bridge, I wouldn't have told them and just gotten in the pay lane. And it would have cost me $3 to go across the bridge and come back. Okay?
No, not okay.
Okay, never mind. I thought it was a funny story, but I guess it isn't. I guess I'm a salty bitch after all. Shut up.
We'll talk about it later.
Well,
I don't want to talk about it later.
But
Okay,
I
I'm
don't
sorry.
want to know.
The one day that we went across, just because we found this little place that had a really cute, it was an orange, they sold a lot of fruit, obviously.
Okay,
Florida.
so it was an orange fruit.
So it's an orange fruit, which
Like
is
an
an orange, and they had really good orange ice cream. So we had like a dreamsicle. And we drove over there on purpose because we had the toll thing that wasn't going to cost us anything. And we were on about. And I wanted to see the bridge at night. It's a really big, cool bridge. It's very tall because the cruise ships have to go underneath it. And it's just, you're like way up there, and you're like,
Did you get a picture of it?
Yeah, but you can't really tell.
Oh.
It was at night. You never got a good picture during the day. And every time we went across, we had to stop at the rest area for some reason because Mikey wanted to use the rest area before. I said, what, do you think we're going to get stuck on the bridge? You know?
Well, you never know.
Yeah.
When my husband and I had a sailboat, and we hauled it to Florida one time, and we were sailing in the
Tampa
Bay during small craft warnings.
Whoa!
And that was a time when my mother was with us. My mother is not a great sailor. And my younger son was with us, and she kept calling up from the cabin, Timmy and I want to go to shore. Timmy and I are getting seasick.
Well, get out of the galley and get up here and puke outside.
And Timmy and I don't want to be on the water anymore. And
it is breezy.
It does get breezy. And we got back to shore. Mother jumped out, water to her knees. She said, I'm just going to help pull the boat ashore.
Go, Mom.
She was so eager to get off the boat. It was just like...
I can understand that.
And then after we had this adventure, we found out there were small craft warnings on Tampa Bay, and we probably shouldn't have been out there anyway.
Yeah, they were riptide in the Gulf. They were having some riptide. That's how we got the red dye,
the red
tide
stuff
coming up and stuff. But it's not as bad as it was.
I think if I recall correctly, the red tide is some sort of
from the fertilizer stuff that got in the water or something like that. No,
I thought it was an algae.
It's an algae.
Maybe
it's some form of algae, I think.
That blooms.
And it turns that
maybe that was
color.
It. And unfortunately the little fishies were up on the.
You and I are both wrong together then.
That's right.
So
but they had the cutest little John Deere tractor that they came by and cleaned up the beach and the little fishies and everything else. And then we went over the causeway and they had the drawbridges. We got stuck twice driving with the bridge up. Right, and what's going through is this teeny tiny little sailboat, but the mast is really big.
Yep.
And so it was like, I even looked at the guy. I mean, I was like, the one guy with people get out of their cars because it could take a while.
Yeah.
You know? So they were getting out of the car and we both looked at it and I said, I bet that costs, I said, how much does it cost to go through here? And he goes, oh, there's a charge. And he goes, I don't know what it is. And I said, could you imagine paying that for like an inch? I said, just get 20 people in your boat. So
wait till low tide.
Yeah, or wait till low
tide. But that's so like a guy, like, no, I needed an inch longer.
Yeah.
I'll pay the price. I'll pay it. I just wanted an inch longer.
I've been saying that for years. I'm an extra inch. Yeah. I always tell my mother, just an extra inch and I could reach stuff on the shelf, you know.
Yeah. It's like
that grabby thing now. I just use one of those.
Yeah, we do. We have them all over the house. Mikey used them when he had his back surgery.
Yeah.
And so I've gotten to the point now that I actually start using them. I used to use tongs to get stuff off the top.
I use tongs a lot.
I use Sue.
Yeah, if he's
but I'm not that tall either.
Well, I was.
You are over us.
Yeah, I was here last Saturday, and I wanted a glass off the shelf, and the shelf is one that I could touch it with my fingertips, but I couldn't touch anything on the shelf. So I had to have Sue come over and get me a glass.
You didn't say Jenny. Jenny would have been able to get it right off the top.
But she had Ozzy.
Oh, Ozzy was here. How's Ozzy doing?
Ozzy's good.
Good.
Ozzy's really good.
Ozzy is.
So we stuck Jenny in the corner.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
And
so she was there to observe.
Yeah, she got
environment.
She really is just like her hair's longer, but other than that, she's just like usual.
Really cool.
Imagine that her hair's longer. I wouldn't know anything about that.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, and it's funny because we were at the airport, and when we got there, and I saw that there was the delay. I even said to him, I could have gone to Sue's for lunch.
Yeah.
Just like that, I did. And I said, if I'd known, I could have gone to Sue's for lunch. But we didn't get the notice until we were already at the airport because my husband gets there like really early.
Right.
He's just one of those. And he said the parking
doesn't
lot was packed.
Doesn't he have the not Easy Pass?
No.
But he doesn't have the zoom through it.
No.
He doesn't pay like you and
No,
I.
he always does it on the rental car because the company picks it up.
No, not the Easy Pass. No, at the airport.
Oh, the TSA
the pre-check.
Yeah, so yeah, we have that.
I said like the Easy Pass,
yeah,
but at the airport.
At the airport.
But at the airport.
We don't have the other one, the Globe or what the international.
Well, no, they're just going to make it more and more and more. You know, like because more people. If there's too many people that are paying for the pre-check.
But you know the thing is
then they'll go with something else where you have to have something else
even more.
Like in Indianapolis, you have the A side and the B side. If you go through the A side, that line is always shorter, no matter what, because it's just not as many American.
But the pre-check is on the B side.
No, the pre-check is on the A side.
Oh, is it on the A side?
It's on the A side. However, you still have to take everything out or off when you're in the line. So sometimes those people actually go through, not the pre-check, but the regular line.
Yeah.
But I've seen people go through on the A side and then walk, then standing in line on the other side.
Yeah, but this is a relatively small airport.
Yeah, now Tampa was big, and oh my God, you would have thought I was in Orlando with the number of families in the security line. There was nobody in the pre-check. We just kind of zoomed right through.
Yeah.
Some lady thought she could go through, and the guy made her go all the way back to the end of the line.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jamie's like...
She argued with the lady up at the front saying, well, this is a wheelchair we're going to go through. We're not going to take the wheelchair through that line, even though there was probably 6 wheelchairs. But she was pushing the wheelchair, not the attendant.
Not the guy in the... Yeah.
Right. If you have an attendant, they go through a different line.
Mm-hmm.
So she was putting the thing she was just supposed to do it. Mm-hmm. So she winds and lays like, fine, they're only going to send you back. The lady in the wheelchair had TSA pre, so they let her go through.
But not the other lady.
But not the other lady. They moved her all back over.
What, the lady that was pushing her just pushed her through?
No, the lady got out of the wheelchair. She's like, he goes, I don't have anybody to push her. And she's like, oh, I can walk. So she gets out of the wheelchair and she walks, seriously, and she walks her wheelchair and goes through the TSA line while her friend had to go all the way back and wait in that line. So they were trying to pull a spoof saying that they were going to be, and I'm not saying that that's not what people sometimes do.
But you know what? For the $50 or $100 or whatever it is, she should have just gone and gotten her own pre-check.
TSA, right? And now the thing is, to find TSA, and well, Mikey is in general, but like with if I don't have your number and I make the reservations,
typically put the whole
party is
TSA
pre. So there must have been separate reservations.
Absolutely.
Because usually the TSA pre is
because even like if Jamie books like if he books first class, well, first class is
pretty much always TSA
always
pre.
Anyway. I'm spoiled, guys. I force him into making at least my seat first class.
I am too, because I would be the same way, and I head straight for either the lounge or the American Express lounge, and I park my ass in one of those fancy little funky chairs, and if it's not a chair that I want,
I park my ass at the bar.
I hawk a chair. I'll stand around and wait for somebody to get up, and then I immediately run away and put my stuff on it and then run back.
There aren't American Express lounges. Everywhere. There's only like 10 worldwide.
Yeah, I know.
Is there one in Chicago?
There's one in Miami. We were going to use that one, but American...
Oh, there's one in Vegas.
Yeah, there's one in Miami. We're going to use that one, but American Airlines put us in their lounge, even though we weren't first class coming home. Yeah, anything over... I used to be... California now is still... Whether or not that I'm on the fence when it might just be Denver if I get to which is 2 hours and then I have to upgrade to the business class. Yeah, I'm not one of these.
I don't understand what you're talking about. I know you're talking about airplanes and flying and airports, but
pre-check, you mean?
Yeah, no, I understand that too. Okay. But why are you talking about California and Denver and
her whether or not I'm going to upgrade
to first class or business class?
Because we were talking about how we were
how far is she
going to California?
No, if I go
distance wise.
See, like I used to have 700 miles was the furthest I would drive. Okay, in a car on a trip.
She's just talking about time wise.
Okay, just totally spaced. She gets around me. And last week she got everything Sue said. And I mean everything. I mean, you watched her. She was very open. She said, now I feel like I'm watching this.
But you're not.
Sue and I had an exchange. I would talk to Sue. Sue would talk to me. And then she would listen to me when I talked. And then I would listen to her. It was just... And that we would tell you from
but we got what we were talking about, didn't you? You didn't, because you were just sitting over there going, huh? Don't try to figure it out. Just nod and say yes. Therapeutic nodding.
That's what I should have done with her and her exam going across the bridge. I should have just nodded.
Yeah, I got the bridge thing.
I didn't get that at all.
Micah celebrates his birthday this week. So, happy birthday!
Oh my gosh. I didn't even hear what she said.
She said I'm going to celebrate my birthday this
Okay.
week.
Yeah.
And it's a number which shall remain nameless.
39 with experience.
39 with experience.
That's the number.
Yes.
I'll tell them in September. I'll be 68, but I may not say it in September, but I'll say it now.
Go. Hold it right side up.
Oh, no, you can give me that card. You don't need the card.
Oh, look at that.
What? Oh, that is so.
Isn't he cute?
For your fishies, when you're sitting at your chair.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that cute?
That is so
Are these
cute.
So you
Made?
have your fishies with you even though
Are
you're
these-
not in Grand Cayman.
Maggie Wright Designs. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that is so.
That's perfect
Isn't
for
that
my
Your iced tea.
My Yeti mug.
Yeah.
soft.
So,
These are originals.
Thank
aren't
you.
They? That's
yeah,
cute.
they are.
That is cute. That's
so.
that's no fish I would recognize underwater.
Well, that's okay. I didn't know.
It's
It's kind of a blowfish, maybe.
but blowfish typically don't have
No.
stripes.
They don't have stripes.
And
It looks kind of.
It's a fat fish,
It's a fat fish with stripes and polka dots. I mean, you know.
and it's colorful.
It's
and I
a-
thought, she
it's
does her
perfect.
yarn.
Yeah,
It's
perfect. We'll
I'll
call
send
it
her a cup of coffee.
yeah. Thank you. I
You're
like that
welcome.
very much.
Super cute.
Okay.
It's almost
and
worth
what else?
having another
Let's
birthday,
see.
getting older.
Yeah, and okay, so at the one shop, I think it was the Stash.
Right. Did you see that squirrel go by?
No, it went by so fast.
I
missed
almost hit
it.
a squirrel this morning. I stopped really hard, and I thought the donuts were going to get all flipped over, but I caught them in time, and I didn't get the squirrel. I'm like, buddy, don't get out in front of me. I'm one of you. So anyway, so the main thing we did this week, Mikey's like, I said, where do you want to go, and what do you want to do? And he goes, whatever's around those yarn shops you're going to.
Smart man.
So I
Marks.
did go to two of them, and the second one I don't remember the name, but this one I think I got at Stash, which
The
is
yarn shop is called Stash.
a place for yarn.
Stash, a place for
a
yarn.
place for yarn.
Okay,
So it's Stash and then pause, a place for yarn.
got you.
Okay, really nice little shop. That's where I got recognized.
She got
And
recognized there, so she's
This
famous.
one is called It's from Sunshine Dyers. Got to get the tag. And there are two
Oh my
girls
gosh.
that are friends. Sunshine Dyeworks.
Sunshine Dyeworks.
There are
Oh,
two girls
hold it
that
up
live
front.
in Florida, and this is how they communicate with each other. They have the business together. Isn't that cute? One lives on one
Flamingos.
coast and one lives on the other coast. And so this yarn is called, I know guacamole costs extra.
Yes, I know guacamole costs extra.
So
Oh
it's
my
about
gosh,
things
look
that they do together or something that comes from, and this is a super wash. It's a yarn, and this pattern.
It's
is
a.
called-
She doesn't even finish her own sentence.
I know.
This
Your own
is
words.
75% superwash merino
See how
and
soft?
25% nylon.
It's very
It is soft.
And
Sock
this
weight,
is the pattern. It's
400
called
yards.
Easy Goes It.
Easy goes it.
Yeah, it's free on Ravelry, I think, and it's got different sections. You do a garter, and then a this, and then a big chunk of garter, and then another thing. But I
Awesome.
wanted to do it so that you guys could see what it's called. Isn't that
I kind of like how it's
Yeah, I like the striping.
stripy
fun?
looking.
Yeah,
I
isn't that
like.
kinda nice?
I'm sorry, but yes, I know
Well,
guacamole
it
costs
costs
extra. It's perfect.
It's perfect. It really is. They had some other cute names, and then the flamingo kind of caught me too, because
Sunshine Dyeworks.
Because I made sure that
Local in Florida.
I bought stuff that was sort of local. There's quite a few in Florida too, so people that do it. And then this one, check this out. Isn't this fun? Whoop!
Well, because it's pink, I like it.
Yeah, I knew you would. This one I got at the other yarn shop, but I don't remember the name of the yarn shop. That one was someplace else. And it's called Yarn Love Yarn.
Yarn, love, yarn.
And this is the colorway is All My Love.
Is that the same dyer?
Oh my
No,
love.
different
No.
lot, Dyer, different place.
Oh, okay.
Here, I'm going to hold this up because
Well, and I started both patterns because I wanted to have a swatchy watch.
yarn love.
Oh,
So I thought this one
Different
kind of goes across. This one is called Serendipity, and it's meant for one skein, like one of those where you're like a souvenir type thing. You know, you go and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, I love this yarn, but I have no idea what I'm going to make with it.
Yeah,
so
right.
I went looking for patterns like the Easy Goes it and this one to kind of give an idea of
It looks like Raspberry Ripple.
oh, that's nice.
You
I
like
hadn't thought
that?
about
Okay.
that. That's a good name. We should write that down so if we ever dye yarn, we can call it
I'm not
Raspberry.
dyeing yarn.
I'm not dyeing yarn.
I read on there, the Dyeworks place, I think like it's touched 21 different times during the dyeing process. Unbelievable. I didn't think it was that labor intensive.
Of course it is.
Now, sometimes on
I wouldn't want to do it.
on
I wouldn't
Instagram, you'll see dyers actually working at dyeing their yarn. You'll
Yeah.
see the different things that they do. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me 21 times.
Yeah.
So-
Well, and then the one shop where I got this, the lady that actually worked, one of the ladies that worked there, she does weaving. Oh my God. Then they use that tencel,
Yeah, no.
that like shiny
Oh,
dye
yeah.
uses.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the weaving.
Oh, I bet that's gorgeous.
Oh, it was amazing. And she had 3 different, I don't know if this was because of the day of the demo, but she had like 3 different sizes that she was doing. And the teeny tiny one was like this big, and that's what she does all her scarf. Like how we sit and knit at the airport,
Yeah.
she takes her little thing and she does her little weaving at the airport and stuff when she's waiting.
Or a mini,
like
like a
it's
mini
like
weaver.
this big. It was like this big, and she says, "Oh, I make my scarves and mittens." And I'm thinking, "You weave a mitten?" And she goes, "No, we cut that."
Weave a fabric. To,
Yeah, but she makes the fabric for the mitten, and
Yeah.
I thought, "Oh my God!" And she was using that tencel stuff on it beautifully. And I think that's what Amanda started out with. Was a
Shiny
weaver.
dye.
Yeah, was
Yeah.
a weaver thing, and I thought I was infatuated watching her do it,
Yeah.
but thinking. I don't need another obsession. I don't need another.
Keep saying that. Is that Mikey in your ear saying, no, no, no?
He was in the car and I came out with the one bag and he goes, "Only one bag?" I'm like, "I can go back in." And he just started looking at me and goes, "No, we can go." So anyway, and then Friday we went down to Punta Gorda to his friend's house for dinner. And I said, "Oh, I want to stop at Michael's," because I thought I would. This requires a 24, right?
Oh,
29, bigger one. And I thought, oh, working on it at the airport, this is going to get all scrunchy, So I said, we need to go to Michael's. And he was the navigator. I was the driver. So he navigates us to this Michael's like in nowhere, like in the middle of this
Right.
town that I'd never even seen, Every back road in Tampa, St. Pete, every
But Shirley
light.
got you there.
Shirley got me there. And then we get in the car and I'm like, "We're supposed to be at Ralph's in 15 minutes. And he goes, "Well, yeah." I said, sure enough, when we got off at the exit in Punta Gorda, there was a Michael's a mile from where we were going.
Of course.
But typical man, they didn't even ask. They just do. So anyway, that's my week.
Right.
Is that it?
Did you end up getting another pair of needles
Yes,
at the Michaels?
I did. I got their last number 6, which they're in here.
And you didn't
You
even
didn't
need them.
use
I
them.
didn't even use them because I did other stuff at the airport. I was playing Sudoku all week, and all of a sudden I decided to play Sudoku at the airport. And then we watched all these people. There were a few strange beings at that Tampa airport.
So it was kind of like you were at the
Yeah,
Walmart.
I was kind of. Seriously, I was confused. I'm like, are we really at the airport?
Or did we end up at Walmart
But I
again?
read on some online about how people have gotten so much. They're so wound so tight that they've had so many more problems with people in airplanes and congestion and not get. You know what I mean? Like Southwest, you line up, right? What, you never heard of this? When you is this the first time flying Southwest? I can maybe understand you don't get the premise. But you could tell these people were seasoned flyers. You know what I mean? I paid for early bird. Now I'm all the way down here at number 46. I can't believe I'm in 40. I mean, just like making a massive, production over it.
Don't you tell them that once you're on the plane, you all get there at the same time?
No, I get there first because I'm in the front of the plane. So I get off and I'm actually there first. But the wheels touch down in the back of the plane first. So Mikey and I had this major discussion over that.
This is what our life is like.
And they missed me. And you all
We
missed
did
me.
miss you. We did miss you.
Yes, it was.
But I did learn that I can travel.
With your husband?
No, I didn't add that part. You did.
Well, I'm just
I can
saying.
travel and leave you guys to your own devices, and you'll be just fine on
Well,
Sundays.
we can, and her and I had discussed. I'm like, I did think about, like, we should have contacted that lady,
Oh yeah, Notorious Amy.
Notorious Amy. We
Next
should have
time we'll get
contacted
a
her.
Amy, we'll have to get
But
you on my
like,
next
I was
trip.
so busy at work that like I legitimately didn't even think of it until like late Saturday night.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
Yeah, and
sorry, Notorious Amy.
I was
Knit-torious. She's Knit.
Is she?
Yeah, not notorious.
Oh!
Knit-torious.
Well, I didn't know it was Knit-torious.
Yeah, it's Knit-torious.
That's even cooler.
It's better, isn't it? It's fantastic.
I really like that.
I
don't have a good handle. I gotta get one.
I ran across, I have to tell you guys, because if I don't, I'm thinking of it right now. If I
See,
don't, I'm going
that's
to
how it
forget.
works. See, that's what happens.
I found a podcast. I can't remember the name of it, but she is hysterical because she knits and drinks. I'll have to go grab my phone and tell you, but like her last one was like whips, FOs, and shots. I'm like, oh my god!
So she shows her work.
Yeah, she's doing a shot of like she did a shot of
every row.
So it was no, she was doing a giveaway, and you had to name the shot. So it was 2 parts peanut butter whiskey,
oh my
and
god,
1 part cream de cocoa. So it tastes. She's like, it tastes just like a freaking peanut butter. Reese's peanut butter cup. She's like, I can't name it.
Reese's.
I can't name it Reese's or peanut butter cup because that just is not imaginative enough. But yeah, so I was scrolling through the comments, looking at all because you needed to leave a comment of the shot
like
drink.
a Buckeye.
Well, that was in there, and she's from Indiana.
Oh wow!
There's a drunken knitter.
No, it wasn't Drunken Knitter. Her name is like Chevelle or something like that.
Maybe you need to find her.
I think I subscribed.
Okay, all right.
I'm pretty sure I subscribed.
That would be so fun.
I was like,
we could like show her little. Cool
yeah, she's in
things.
Indiana somewhere.
That'd be great.
Indiana, there's parts of Indiana that make you want to drink.
Yeah.
I
Sitting at this table sometimes.
sometimes makes us want to
Makes
drink.
us want to drink.
Sometimes we have Bloody Marys. Just
We
I made,
haven't for a long time.
I made Bloody Mary spice mix.
I know you did, and I remember commenting on it, and your response was it's really spicy, and I said
It is
that's
really
okay,
spicy.
and then I never heard anything more about it.
It
so
is really spicy. Because Jamie likes spicy Bloody Marys.
I know he likes spicy everything. That's why he married you.
I know. He wasn't here last night, though. I posted on Instagram for you guys. But my first quasi attempt at making ramen.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay, well, it was not very good ramen, guys, but it was a pretty decent soup.
Well, soup with noodles is good.
Yeah, it was soup with noodles and green onions and stuff on
It
top.
looked pretty.
We had green eggs and ham for breakfast.
We did have
It
green
was
eggs.
good.
Yes, we did.
Green eggs and ham, but it was really just herbed eggs with bacon. So
Well, that's okay.
See, I used to.
what I call
My mother used to make this concoction with hash browns and eggs and bacon and
Nice.
huh.
Nice.
And when Tim was a little guy, he wouldn't eat it first time round, and so I told him it was green eggs and ham,
yeah.
like the book Sam
Sure.
I Am.
I do not like green eggs and ham.
And he ate it, and ever since then it's been called green eggs and ham. Although there's nothing really green in it.
Right.
It's all,
Well,
eggs and bacon,
It's
and
okay.
right.
unless
I mean,
of course your
I mean,
potatoes are moldy, and then there's
green eggs and ham. They're not really green either.
Mine were green.
yours were green.
My eggs
Yeah.
were green,
They were
but
green.
green from
Yeah.
chives and
And things like that. All the green stuff you put.
and
Yeah.
thyme and
Yeah.
parsley.
Yeah.
Good stuff, not
Good stuff.
not
bad
mold.
stuff. No. Mine would be mold.
Not feed your mold.
or avocado. You could put
Oh, yeah.
avocado in there.
Guacamole costs extra.
That's one of those like foods that I don't particularly care for.
Okay.
Call me
I
weird,
knew there was
guys. I
somebody
know.
who
Mikey
like
doesn't.
avocado.
Do you like guacamole?
No, It's a texture.
It's that mushy.
It's a texture thing with me.
Okay.
Because to me, I don't think avocados actually have much of a flavor.
Oh, I think they do.
It's a subtle flavor.
It is.
Guacamole is like
It's the tomato and the garlic and
that
onions.
has flavor to it, but avocado in its own, I don't think has a ton of
But
flavor.
it's pretty.
It's very pretty. I'm
would make
totally
a
down
green
with it,
egg.
but that slippery slime.
I like avocado toast, but I don't like. You're right. I don't like it mushed. I like it when there's chunky. You know what I mean? When
I'll
it's a
just
little
pass.
chunky. I
I'll
love
just pass.
avocado toast. That's really good.
I'll pass.
Okay.
I
good.
will pass on that. I usually like I'm gonna pass on.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. You know, I think about the things that I won't eat, and there's such a limited list
Yeah,
that
mine is very small.
I'm not
She
going
won't
to
eat
starve
fish.
to death if I don't eat
She won't eat fish
fish or oatmeal or
or
liver
pancakes
or pancake syrup.
or waffles.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
Well, will you eat
First.
pancakes if there's no syrup on it?
No, I don't like the texture of pancakes.
see, and she didn't like the texture of guacamole.
What do you mean? Well, if you can
No.
not like-
I had,
What about
but
a
isn't
waffle?
like bread quasi sort of the same texture as like,
No.
like,
Yeah, it is.
like
No.
pancakes or
Yeah,
waffles?
it is.
No.
Yeah, it is.
Shut up, Deb. But
Oh,
okay,
just get her
I
going.
understood the maple syrup thing. That's like a flavor. Like,
Oh,
I
and
get that.
That was the thing that I was talking to my mom, and I had told the story about the candy that she used to buy.
Oh, yeah, the
and
maple
she
candy.
said, "I heard that story," and I said, "Well, wasn't it true? Isn't that what you used to do?" And she said, "Yes, and you used to poke holes in it." And I said,
I told that.
I know,
said
and that's
that.
what I said. And she said, "Well, you don't need to be telling any silly stories about me." And I said, "That was a silly story about me." And she said, "Oh, well, okay then.
Okay, then
Okay,
that's okay.
then that's fine. If you're making fun of yourself,
Making
that's
fun of
just
yourself,
fine.
go right ahead."
Yeah, you go for
Oh
that.
my goodness.
Unbelievable.
My mother's a pistol. What can I say?
When they hit 90, they really do. Mine's the same way. She's 91, and theirs is 94.
Well, it's going to be 95 in October, so
yeah, see, mine will be 92 in April.
Yeah, and
in
she's-
July.
Spitfires there.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
spitfires.
Oh, I'm not kidding you. You know, there were a few down in Florida that I was thinking, oh my God. And
So-
they don't pay any attention to lines either. They just think because
Well-
they're 90, they can just go right through. Oh, here, let me get out of your way while you cut in line. You know, I mean, it's like,
Well, I do think that there's a
Well,
certain
they
privileges
they
that
have
should
less
come with-
time. They have less time. Dang it! I gotta get through here. I gotta be
Maybe
done.
that was-
I got less time.
maybe
on
that
my
was
hands.
that lady's thing when she got to Tampa because the line was like
Right.
at least six. You know,
Yeah.
I don't think
I
they
got less
prepared.
time out in this world
I don't
than
think
you
they
do. I
prepared
should be able
for
to.
the busyness, and even the one restaurant said, "This is busier than we've ever been in the summer like this." And the
That's
guy at the
because
car
everybody
place-
needs to fucking get out.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what the car place was, and that's why they had none. I took the last car at the Tampa airport in their area, and there was like an open field where you pick up the rental cars.
Which car place did you use?
Sixth.
See, Jamie started to use them
They
too.
were pretty okay, except I did it through rentalcars.com instead of going through Sixt.
Yeah, you
So-
should have just.
So you have to go through.
Yeah, Jamie.
You
I've
have to
never
go
heard
through-
of them.
They're European.
It's okay.
They
It's
broke
okay.
into the U.S. market in Florida.
Yeah. Okay, done. You done.
So anyway.
I wanna learn
But it
about.
was seriously the whole. You know how you walk into these areas? It was like the
It's no
parking
use, you
lot
can't.
was packed.
Can't buy
find-
pass
But
her.
the
You can't
minute
find
you
the
walk
off
over
switch,
there,
No.
Okay.
Go ahead, continue on, because
there was nobody
Oh,
there.
God knows I want to hear all about
there was
this
nobody
empty
there. So
parking
you
lot.
had the last car. What kind of car did you get?
A Subaru Legacy, and it was like your Cadillac. It had every bell and whistle they had.
No, mine doesn't have every
I-
bells and whistles.
Driving down the road, put on the cruise control. It senses the guy in front of you.
Yeah.
Then it turned on the driving thing, and it kept me in the middle.
Oh yeah.
But you can't
Mine
take your
doesn't-
hands off the wheel.
Mine doesn't do
No,
that,
no, it
but
doesn't
Jamie's
like it.
car does do that. Mine doesn't do that, but Jamie's car does, and I can take my hands off the wheel and let the car drive.
But if you're sitting there like this and the car's driving, your first instinct is to,
right.
Yeah.
just to do this. So that was very difficult. So I didn't turn that part on very often, but I did use the cruise, and we did set the back and forth.
Yeah.
And I went from 25.4 miles to the gallon to 28.6
By lighting the car.
using the car. And we did do a lot
By
of
lighting the car
expressway
doing it,
driving,
yeah.
because we were out and about. But
My car has a lot of those features too, and if I take my hands off the wheel, it will keep me.
Yeah, within the.
But then it will say,
Jamie says that too. It's like you've had your hands off the wheel for an awful long time.
"Yeah, you better sit up late."
this one just changed colors, and as you're driving along, and I took my hands off, and all of a sudden, then the car in the middle of the lanes turns yellow, and it goes beep beep, and then you're like, "What? Oh." But I'm sitting there looking at this. Thank God the car was driving itself. So, that was fun. So that was good. And I told Mikey I would get one.
The Subaru Legacy.
Yeah, the only thing is I thought the P for the parking brake was to park it parallel. So I pulled it up. And I sat right there waiting for the car to park. I didn't think that
it did park. It just didn't park where you wanted.
Well, it had this little thing that had the little park sign with an arrow. And I thought, okay, maybe it parks the car. So Mikey had gotten out, and I said, I'm going to go park the car. And he's standing there, and he goes, well, what's going on? I said, it wouldn't park itself. And he goes, well, how did you think it would? And I said, well, everything else was automatic. So I pulled up on that little P thing, and he goes, I think that's the parking brake. And I said, yeah, I think so too, because it didn't do anything. 16 cars went around me and gave me the bird, but, I'm like, my car's got to park itself, And then I just whipped it right in on my own, so it was fine. But it was like,
you remembered how to parallel park?
Oh, I'm a really good parallel parker because I have to park my scooter at Disney, and that's parallel parking.
I know.
So
I know. It took me a few times to.
Yeah, but once you do it a few times, you're pretty good.
Yeah, it took me.
There's a big difference between your car and a scooter.
Not really.
Not really. It's the same adage.
No, it's the same.
It's the same. Turn it this way and then turn it all the way around the other way so that it goes back in.
Although, actually, the scooter is more like you're backing up a vehicle with
a backup camera.
With a boat on it. Because it goes the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does.
Because,
it's a little bit of getting used to.
It's weird.
Huh.
And it doesn't have the backup camera, which
No.
I tried using and I couldn't
It's a scooter.
use it.
It doesn't have there's nothing to block your
listen,
view.
you can get those scooters really...
I'm sorry, but I can't turn around like that. I'd like to have at least some mirrors.
Yeah, I'm serious. And then there were a few times when you had somebody sitting over here and you knew damn well they weren't going to move their feet so that you could get your scooter in. Because they're all sitting there going, I can't believe we have to wait for that scooter to get in here. This is ridiculous. So they waited, and so you cut it really close. So that's when you let the bus driver do it because he could back it in without hitting anybody's feet.
Well, or he'll tell them to move their fucking feet.
Yeah, because he couldn't. I couldn't do that.
I'm betting he didn't say fucking feet, but
no, it was Disney.
I would like to point out that next Sunday will be our 1 year anniversary.
Yay!
Yes, it will be.
And we had talked about we had talked about doing a prize giveaway.
We will.
We
But shouldn't we? Are we going to do it then?
Then.
Okay, so then's when we will announce
what it is we'll do.
We have to
how we're going to pick them.
We don't have any idea.
Okay.
We know
Or what we'll be giving away.
Yeah, we want to know. We want to do something. We don't know what yet.
Yeah, we'll discuss that after the fact. Right now, I would really like to know what that is.
Yeah, and I want you to show that too.
I will.
Okay.
But I want to know what that is.
And we have...
Because that has pink in it.
This is called Hazy Sunshine. And this is yarn that was dyed with love in coastal South Carolina, USA.
Nice.
And it's the Pineapple Yarn Company.
That is so cute.
Pineapple yarn.
Pineapple yarn. Look at this, guys.
And that particular skein is Mohair and Silk. And it feels like...
It feels like Mohair and Silk, guys.
It's really, really nice. I did knit up a swatch.
This is called Hazy Sunshine. You said that, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah.
I heard it somewhere.
Okay.
And this is the swatch, which you can see the color change is real subtle. but it's a really pretty, soft. It would make a wonderful scarf. You could wrap it around your neck 4 or 5 times, and it would be just so
See, now
soft.
I would never have thought that this
Was this
was that.
same thing?
Yeah. Now when you kind of show it this way, you see a little bit of that purple in there. But
yeah.
wow.
It looks so much more
Pinky
Bright.
purpley.
it looks brighter on here, and
right.
it looks more intense.
Yeah.
But it turns out to be real subtle.
Very nicely
I like
done.
Yeah, it is pretty stuff. I really, it's fun to work with too.
I bet.
I think it would be fun to add.
It could be as if you were holding yarn double with
Oh,
a
like-
fingering,
yeah,
or
fingering, right.
like what I'm doing with my sweater
Yeah.
that I just showed you.
Yeah.
That natural has a bit of a fuzz to it,
Oh yeah.
and then put this with it would be so subtle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would.
It'd be so fuzzy.
And so, I mean, it's just so
super fuzzy.
delicate looking. I mean, it
It
just
is,
makes it
it is.
very, refined. It has a very nice.
Yeah, and it would. Yeah,
I think it's fun.
Would that work on your face?
No, I can't. I
I
can't.
didn't think so.
No, I
Just-
can't.
I thought I could do it in my
Yeah,
hands.
I can't do.
I could do it in my hands.
I don't know my
I bet.
I
boy,
probably
with
I probably
lace.
could
What
get
do
away
you
with
need
it.
to? What does it say for first? Oh, it doesn't. So what do you use? Like
459
zero?
yards.
Like a zero?
well, this is
Or
a
a one?
3.
Okay.
Is what I'm using, and I think that's a good fabric.
Oh yeah, that's a nice fabric actually. Yeah.
It's got so much. It's got so much halo to it. So
Yeah.
much.
It does, yeah. It's
That-
got a nice loft. I think that's loft or whatever.
Loft?
Beautifully done.
Loft rather than fuzz. That's probably a nicer term.
Yeah. Oh, your stitching is very nicely even too.
Oh, thank you.
Very nicely done.
Yeah, sort of little.
That begin you're right, like a shawlette or a nice or one of those.
Just one of those nice long scarves that you could wrap and
wrap around or
A 9-foot
cape
scarf.
type thing, like a
cape type.
capelet like thing that you just kind of slide over a blouse or
or
something.
headband.
Yeah, no, I couldn't do it.
I couldn't. no.
See,
can't
I'm
do
not
it.
as delicate as you. I am a delicate flower, but not where mohair
Wow,
is concerned.
lace weight.
But yeah,
I've
look
never
at the
really
halo.
worked that much with lace. Have you guys done a
guys
lot
can
with
see
lace?
that.
I haven't done as much.
Yeah, no, I hadn't, and
Very fuzzy.
this was a nice change of pace. It kind of gave me a chance to work with something I hadn't tried before.
Right.
So, but I really like.
And your mapito's turning out really nice. I saw that last week. With
Yeah, I
I'm
haven't.
sure
I didn't
you
work on it this week. I worked on the sweater,
Yeah.
so it's.
Maybe we'll go
it's
down to
unholding.
smaller needles. We'll be the little needle girls.
No, not me.
Okay.
No.
No, because Sue has to show what she's doing here.
Oh yeah.
Well, I had a busy week at work, and so this was the only thing I really worked on. And I have
I
I have found out that yes, the person does want a pom pom, so I should have this done in a few days. But
Look at that! How fun!
I'm not quite to because she's a folder over,
Okay.
so I do have to make it so that
Oh yeah, so she's got a nice
so she's
head.
got enough.
Cuff.
Well, enough at the top before
yeah,
I start
yeah, I
doing
see
the
what you-
decrease. So I'm still just working my way around.
Nicely done.
But yep, so I need to have enough left for a pom pom, and I'm gonna have to do it.
If
I'm
not,
gonna have to do it with the white as well.
I did buy a
Oh, that would
pom-pom
be
at
pretty
one place.
though.
It'll be
That'd
a
be
speckled.
nice.
It'll be a speckled pom pom.
Oh, that'd be nice.
or it'll be an all white pom pom, depending
Yeah,
on how much I
fuzzy
have
it could
left.
be. It could
Yeah,
be.
see what you can find in the way
Yeah.
of fuzzies too. That would be great.
Because you know I'm gonna make a pom pom. It's not gonna be a fur pom pom.
She does a good pom pom. She really does.
I could loan you some really nice.
fuzzy.
No, I'm not.
No, she's not in the fuzzy.
Okay.
Whatever.
I have a ton of the cream.
Okay.
Because I bought a whole skein. It's not even, it wasn't a mini skein, it was a whole skein. But this is the Exasperation Hat. I think it's free on Ravelry.
Yep.
That I have,
You did well.
I've altered it. So the pattern has it, I think, like a 5 repeat. And
So a little
they
more
have
space.
they have you doing the ribbing, and then like 2 rows up, they have you start with.
oh,
with
so
the
you
word.
added a little bit longer.
So I had it a lot because
see
I
you
wanted
did
the
too.
fold up.
Fold up, right.
Cool. What's the sense of doing color work
Right.
And that's
underneath
going
the
to be
fold.
covered.
Yeah.
And then I'm just going to do the 2 because I think that's plenty.
Yeah, I think
It's
so.
cute. It is so cute. It'd be too big on my head. Maybe not. Do I look like a fuckhead?
Well, you would need to put it on like a freaking hat, not like a dork like you had it on.
I'm a
And-
dork hat.
And on your head, you would have to decrease right now.
I would decrease now. So
Like
Do you
just
look like a
find it
fuckhead?
off right now.
that's why I look at. I mean, it says fuck. I mean, so is my fuck
Well,
head.
you
You
are
know,
a
and that
fuckhead.
just,
You are a fuckhead. She is a fuckhead.
I know, but, that to have her put it out there like that is like,
It's part of our genre. Maybe not yours, but
my mother taught me not to call people names.
I said,
I'm-
do I look like a fuckhead? I didn't say you look like. Now
I
you
think
put
I
it
could
on and we'll
probably-
find out whether or not.
I think
you
I
do.
could
I can-
decrease now.
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
I don't-
She said got a big old noggin like
Yeah.
I do. So.
Yeah.
I don't, it wouldn't work over my
Yeah,
headband.
That's nice.
Yeah,
And the
you could-
No.
fuck really, your wording really looks good.
I did good.
She does good.
Altering
She
the-
does good color work.
Altering the placement
So
of
does
the color
Colleen.
work.
I'm so impressed
I-
with these socks.
I'm impressed that Colleen went outside of a pattern to do color work.
This is so amazing.
She probably used a pattern, but
Yeah,
it
she
wasn't.
was-
It wasn't the exact
Exact
pattern,
pattern?
for a hat or for.
Just
It was a
the-
pattern for a hat, and it turned out to be a
Yes.
sock.
Probably
That would be
was.
something I would make.
When I first started crocheting and I tried to do something different, everything turned into an Afghan, no matter what it was. I mean, what are you making? Oh, a baby hat. Well, it's a big baby.
That's a big old baby.
Everything became an Afghan, and when I first started sewing, everything became a bag. You know what I mean?
Well,
So-
when I crochet something,
Oh, it all starts
it
out
always
as
starts out as a belt. She always thinks it's a belt. What are you making, a belt? No. An Afghan. What are you making, a belt? No. A scarf. What are you making, a belt? No, a hat.
No, I haven't.
I know. That was part of our repertoire.
It was a thing.
It was a
Repartee.
thing when we were
It was
at
a
the
thing.
shop.
at the
Yeah,
shop.
at the
Yes,
shop.
at the good old local yarn shop.
So yes, down in Florida, they have just started.
Back to Florida again.
I
They
know.
have gone back to group knitting. I mean, a lot of the two
Oh,
shops
the
that I
shops
went
are
to, they
back into
both
group?
went back just in the last month or so to the group knitting. And they also informed me that Florida guests never really did shut down. Just
Oh.
certain areas did. Like if you were on the coast along the ocean side, and they didn't even know what a mask was. They thought,
Really?
Texas didn't either.
yeah, they said, mask? Is it Halloween already? You know, I mean, that was like their
Texas was kind of
philosophy,
that
so-
way as well.
Yeah, and since I had only been in Florida, in Orlando,
From what I hear.
at Disney, so and they were very mask oriented. So
Jamie had to go through Dallas airport several times during COVID, and he was like, you went in there and like hardly anybody had a mask on. It was
Yeah.
like, really? Don't we have COVID going on? Oh,
Yeah.
no. I
Yeah.
guess we don't need to wear a mask here.
even in Tampa, every once in a while, you'd see somebody would be saying, "Mask needs to be over your nose," and then you
This last time you were there?
just this past week, and then because it's a federal mandate in the airport in the airplane.
In the airport. I
airport.
thought you were talking about in
No.
Tampa. I was
No.
like, really?
Some stores, and they still, if you have an establishment that you want to,
Yeah.
they're fine with that.
Well, yeah, because it's independently owned.
Right. So
I'm
that
down
I
with
get.
that.
So the ladies that were all sitting in the one yarn shop, they all had their masks on because they weren't social distance because it was a smaller place.
Right.
So, and I didn't. None of the Walmarts we went into. They didn't have them.
Why would you go to Florida and go to Walmart?
Because we forgot something and we
Because,
were getting
yeah.
food. And we were getting food. So we were getting stuff. I mean, you go to Walmart to get the stock of stuff.
If you need a set of needles and a bag of Doritos and a pair of socks, you go to Walmart. Because they have all that stuff in one place.
Right. And we were getting the coffee for the week and some of this. So we went to Walmart for the stock up stuff for that because we knew,
Okay.
we went to Publix for all the fresh
Food.
food. Except
Yeah.
the Walmart had great looking produce. The first one we went to, we bought a ton of, we bought the apples and stuff.
I don't even know where the closest Walmart is to me here.
It's probably over
86
on
in Michigan.
Michigan.
86 in Michigan.
That's not very close for me.
No.
Lebanon might be closer.
Oh, Lebanon might be.
Lebanon might be. I didn't realize.
And
the
that's
other,
supposed to be
they're
a
up there.
nice one.
Is there
That's supposed to be a
is there
really nice
Walmart
one.
up there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Up in Lebanon?
Yeah.
up in Lebanon. Yeah, they're
And more Sam's Clubs than Costco's down there.
down where?
In
Oh, in
Tampa.
Fort. Never
In
mind.
Tampa.
Never mind. I
We
know.
went from Lebanon to Orlando.
Right. Well, because isn't there a Sam's Club up there
Where?
in Lebanon?
Back to Lebanon.
I don't think so.
But you gotta love this.
I
Check
don't
this
know.
out. This one follows it. So this one has
Sometimes.
like a squirrel adaptation. This one has no idea.
I still couldn't follow your
Oh, the toll?
whole thing.
I'll explain it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a piece
But,
of paper
yeah.
and a
I think
crayon.
paper would help.
Yeah.
Lebanon does not have a Sam's Club when I was in Lebanon, but they do have supposedly a very nice Walmart.
Yeah, I've heard that.
They don't have a Costco because
No.
But holy cow!
I
are
can only
they-
go to Costco down here
Are
on
they
Michigan
building
or all the
up
way
here?
over in Allisonville.
What?
They are
They're building. They're
like
building like
crazy.
crazy.
Lebanon is?
Lebanon, Whitestown, along
Here
65.
and up to Lebanon.
They're adding 2 exits or two.
What
2
is,
streets.
speaking of, we'll talk about it later. Never mind.
Yeah, we'll talk about it after
Well,
the
on
podcast.
this after the podcast, I don't know how long we've been on this.
I don't
We should
either,
probably-
but I
Probably long
think
enough.
We've digressed a little bit down the way.
we
See,
have.
you were glad I'm back, right?
All right, salty bitch.
I'm not a salty bitch.
That's what it's gonna be named though.
Is salty bitch?
This week it will be the salty bitch.
salty bitch.
The salty bitch is back.
And I'm gonna go. I'm not a salty bitch. Check that.
It says don't be a salty
be a
bitch.
salty
It
bitch.
doesn't say you're not one.
Oh, I
Says
thought it
don't
said.
be
It's you're not wanting me to be
I
one
didn't-
because
I
you
didn't
are.
see the D. Not be a salty. Oh, don't be. Okay, guys, but it's still the salty bitch is the thing that got me.
Well, nobody else can be a salty bitch because you are.
I am not. It says no. Don't
No,
be.
it says don't be. So I'm reading it. Don't be a salty bitch.
Like me.
No, like I can't be a salty
Should
bitch.
I get my sewing? I'll get my embroidery machine out there and put in.
Or just put a line through it.
Oh, we can do like the big circle with the red line.
Big circle with a line through it. Then it's just be a salty
Salty
bitch.
bitch. There you go.
All right, guys.
There we have it. Okay, see.
Hope you guys have a good week.
They got
Yes.
bad girl shirts, so they didn't get big
Oh.
shirts.
And leave your comments and subscribe if you've not subscribed already.
I forgot this was here. I didn't get to play with it.
We appreciate our subscribers. Thank you so much. We'll be celebrating our 1-year anniversary next week.
And there's gonna be confetti.
Oh my god.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
And we'll probably have a giveaway. I'm hoping.
We will.
We'll think of something.
Yeah. Toodles, guys. See you next week.
Oh, God.
Bye.